All right, with your cute appearance, I can't help but think you are an amazing-looking woman. I believe the audience will like you more, Janice said as she held Debbie's hand and continued, Since you've agreed, then come with me to the company and sign the contract. At the same time, we'll evaluate your singing and dancing skills so that we can focus on your future training. Okay. Debbie nodded seriously. She had already made up her mind. She must make the most of this opportunity. Debbie already knew that Alex's family was very rich, but she had never considered relying exclusively on Alex for her expenses. She would still work hard, like before. All right, we'll leave now. There's no need for him to come along. The girl group we're developing is still secret. No outsiders are allowed in the company, Janice said. You can stay at the university. Come pick me up later, Debbie said as she glanced at Alex. Alex wanted to go with her, but Debbie had told him to stay. Alex asked for the exact location of Janice's company and promised to pick her up when they were done. Janice got in her car and they headed to the company. Is he really your boyfriend? Janice thought back to what Alex said to her selfishly and felt a bit of resentment in her heart. Just now he told me that I'm secretly in love with him. I don't know where he got that kind of courage from, seeing what he's wearing. Hearing Janice's complaints, Debbie didn't get angry. Instead, she couldn't help but laugh. She was worried that Janice had been secretly looking at Alex. Actually, he's quite a nice person, she said. Debbie, you're just a student. You might think that he's not bad, but you'll become a big star in the future. Your prestige and wealth will grow fast. He eventually won't be worthy of you, Janice said seriously, analyzing the situation. We'll talk about it in the future, Debbie countered, smiling faintly. Even if I did become famous, would the amount of money I might earn equal even a tiny bit of what Alex's family has? She thought. They soon arrived at Sunshine Music's New York office. Janice brought her to the practice room to test her singing and dancing skills, but she still didn't know that her results would be better than what she'd been expecting. Debbie, I didn't expect you to not only be beautiful, but also be so good at singing and dancing. With our professional training, you'll definitely become a great singer and star, Janice said, feeling especially satisfied with Debbie. She believed that she had found a treasure. After signing the contract, it was already noon, so Janice took her out for lunch. You're now an artist under our banner. Since you're a student, you'll have to pay more attention to your studies, plus also train. As you don't have any classes this afternoon, you can start training at the company. Several other group members will be there this afternoon, said Janice. Okay, Debbie nodded seriously. Since Janice valued her so much, she had to work hard. She couldn't let Janice down, and she couldn't waste her youth either. Debbie called Alex and said that she would be training all afternoon. She told him not to worry about her, and that she would call him to pick her up after practice. At 4:30, Alex had just finished his class and was on his way back to his dorm. At that moment, Zara Fitzgerald from the cheerleading squad called. Alex, where are you? Come to the West Sports Field to move your stuff. You don't know about the basketball game? Zara said angrily over the phone. He was used to her attitude. During the basketball game, the cheerleading squad would cheer. As he was the only boy in the squad, there was no one else to carry his stuff. When he arrived at the West Sports Field, 7 or 8 attractive girls were standing in front of the equipment room's door, waiting for Alex to move his things. Oh, Alex, where have you been this month? Seeing that Alex had arrived, Zara smiled at him smugly. It was strange that she hadn't seen him for so long. I was away on a trip, Alex said with a smile. I'll move the hula hoops and fans to the basketball court now. Saying that, he began to move the things for the cheerleaders. You still have money to travel? I remember that last time you were at the entrance of Shrimp King asking other people for money. Alex didn't say anything as he walked toward the basketball court with a box in his arms. Zara and the others followed behind him. Yo, I didn't see you for a month. And here I thought you were running away from your guilt. Dean patted his basketball and walked toward Alex with a smile. He then looked toward Alex with an evil smile and said, You should call him the owner of the fancy car. That's right, call me the owner of the fancy car, said Alex. Alex, didn't you bring your big car today? I left it at the shop, Alex replied as he put the box in the ground. Oh, look at Alex's mental fortitude. Dean stopped a passing student and pointed at Alex as he said, Hey bro, let me tell you something. This is the logistics nanny for the cheerleading squad. He drives a... The basketball players and cheerleaders laughed. Alex gave them a nonchalant look and sat down at the edge of the basketball court. The game soon began. The Preston University basketball team played against a team from another university. In the end, they defeated their opponents by a landslide. After the game, it was already past 6 o'clock. A silver slowly stopped outside the West Sports Field. Cousin? Zara whispered. She couldn't understand why her cousin had come at this time. Zara, it's your cousin. I remember that she isn't married yet, Dean said with a smile. Karen Young had already gotten out of the car. That day, Karen had wavy, long hair and an orange miniskirt. Her hair reached to her thighs. She walked toward the playground in her high heels, as if she were a model on a catwalk. The basketball players all looked at Karen with silly smiles. Some of them had already started to tidy up their hair, hoping to make a good impression. Don't be selfish. My cousin doesn't like you, Zara said bluntly before walking over to her. The basketball boys didn't listen to Zara. One by one, they followed behind her and walked over to Karen. She was so beautiful. Who wouldn't want to take her out? Cousin, why are you here? Zara smiled and held out her hand. I'm looking for a boy, she said. Karen had originally come to find Zara to ask her for a meeting with Alex, but it wasn't necessary now. Karen already saw him sitting by the basketball court. My cousin's here to find a boyfriend? She must think students are young and handsome, thought Zara. The basketball players tried to show her their charm. Alex watched as Karen walked over to them. Some boys mussed up their hair to look handsome, while others pretended to be depressed. Dean thought that he had big muscles, so he acted like he wasn't paying attention and moved his arms around nonchalantly, causing his muscles to bulge. Seeing that Karen wasn't paying any attention to the others, Dean felt even more certain that he had a chance. Hello, miss. Let's get to know each other. My name's Dean, he said as he smiled handsomely when Karen walked up to him. He extended his hand to her. To his surprise, Karen didn't even look at him. Although she seemed to be walking directly toward him, she ignored his outstretched hand. Miss? Dean's smile froze on his face. It was awkward, so he quickly scratched his head and pretended as if nothing had happened. However, when he saw what Karen did next, Dean was confused like the rest of the students. Karen walked up to Alex, bent down, and pulled him up by the arm. She said to him with a smile, Oh, so you're here. Come with me and we'll go get a bite to eat. Her hands were holding his arm as she smiled at him. The distance between their faces was not more than a few inches. Alex could feel her breath. All the other boys were dumbfounded. Their hearts were filled with jealousy, feeling like the world had turned upside down. Just what was going on, they thought.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.